What's up, folks? I'm Dwayne,
I'm Alicia.
and this is Blackboard Gaming, where we teach you about all these great board games that are out there.
Waiting to be played by you and yours.
I'm a simple man, don't wanna complicate you.
Hey, everybody! Well, it's that time of year again. In the next couple of days, it's going to be Halloween. Now, first off, Alicia does not do horror-themed games. She doesn't do spooky, she doesn't do creepy, she doesn't do none of that. Myself, I like, for pertaining to the season, I will play a great spooky game. You know, I don't get all too crazy with it because I don't do zombies and all that, but a good spooky or creepy game, I'm all for it. Now, today, we're going to tell you about 10 board games that can be scary.
Sort of.
Now, we did this video last year, and it was fun. I thought it was a really fun video. So I said, hey, let's do it again, you know. So we're going to give you 10 games. I picked 5 games.
I picked 5 games.
So without wasting any time, let's go ahead, get into the list, and I'm going to let you go first because of your first pick.
All right, so last year, Dwayne just knew this game was going to be on my list. He was surprised when it wasn't.
I knew it was going to be on there, and it was people in the comments that actually was surprised it wasn't on your list.
Now, when he told me that, I realized that I should have included it. The only reason I didn't is because I just forgot about it.
Because she had never played it. I played it, and it's a great game.
So that game is First Rat. I, like many people, am not a fan of uninvited critters in my house, particularly rodents. So this game, just that factor makes it a no for me.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I understand it. You know, everybody ain't gonna play everything. I personally really do like this game. So in this game, you play as a group of rats who have discovered that the moon is made of cheese.
Or who believe.
Yes, they believe that the moon is made of cheese. We all know the real deal. And of course, they live in a junkyard, so they're trying to find all these scraps and everything to assemble a rocket so they can get up to the moon. You know, and like I said, this is a great game, and I'm glad that it has a solo mode because
Me too.
Alicia's not going to play this game with me. So that's First Rat. All right. Now, my first choice is kind of like the fear of driving.
But you're a good driver.
I am. I feel that I am a great driver. And I feel that I'm a great driver because I compensate for the decisions of other drivers or lack of. You know,
right.
I'm teaching my niece how to drive, and she thinks when she gets her license, she's going to know how to drive. I'm like, no. You're able to drive when you're able to compensate for other drivers. So my first pick is Thunder Road Vendetta. Now, in this game is pretty much Mad Max the board game. And you're trying to win a race, but you're trying to take other people's out. And you shooting at other folks. You crashing into their car. You got call in choppers to come down and shoot at the cars. And I mean, this was a surprise hit for me. I thought I wasn't going to like this game because it involves dice rolling and everything. But this game is really, really fun. And so this driving, yeah, this is my pick.
Okay.
All right. So what is your next pick?
Well, in the line of First Rats, Ottawa. Because in Ottawa, many times the people bring the bats into their houses and even eat them. Now, honestly, I love the game, but in real life, the idea of a bat in my house, no. So recently, we have a chimney because we live in where it gets cold in the winter, and we live in a house that was built in the 1930s. So we have a chimney, and a bird got in our house through that chimney. Y'all, when
She had a fit.
when that bird got loose in the house, Dwayne was not home. I had a conniption. I went outside. I called a friend. I could not function in my house with that bird flying around. So I know that a bat flying around my house is a no for me.
Now, wait a minute. So, but you played this game.
Yes.
So you showed a bit more love for the bat, but not for the rat.
It was in a game.
All right. See, I'm sorry.
At least in this there was a purpose for the bats. They spread, they germinate.
Yeah.
the land.
So the purpose of this game is you're trying to grow more trees by protecting the bats,
Yes.
so they can fly out and
Yes.
drop seeds
Yes.
for the trees.
Yes.
But then you had to train the villagers that don't
not
eat the
eat
bats,
'em and-
just protect the bats.
Right.
So yeah, okay, I will give you this one.
Okay.
I'm glad you like this one. I got you to play this one. All right. So my next one is this game here, Rolling Heights.
Rolling Heights.
Yep. And the scary part is in the name.
Heights?
Heights. I'm not a fan of heights.
I did not know that.
I'm not a fan of heights. I can deal with heights, but in a short time.
Okay.
And so in this game, you have construction workers, meeples, and they're different colors, but you're rolling the construction workers. Kind of like that game Cabitos.
Okay.
And so you roll the construction workers, and the ones that stand up, they're hard working. So they're going to help you build these skyscrapers.
Okay.
Then there's some construction workers, they'll land like on their side. So they just about working. And then you got some that land flat. So they're not working. But now the thing is, you could push your luck and try to get those to stand up. But if you get too many laying down, that means the construction workers went on strike.
Oh, wow.
And this is a really, really cool game. Now, you haven't played this one.
No.
But I played it. It's such a cool game.
Okay.
But yeah, heights. I'm not a fan of heights.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. What's your next one?
Okay. So my next one is Canopy. Now, Canopy is a fun game, but it's set in the Amazonian rainforest. And the Amazonian rainforest has some unique critters. Like the bird-eating spider.
Now, when I talked about this bird-eating spider, you were like, "Oh, I would like to see the Amazonian jungle."
I said from a helicopter. I said from a helicopter.
Oh, from a distance.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because
But-
it seemed like you got beef with animals.
I like them, but not up close and personal.
Okay, I got that.
Yes.
And so Canopy, yes, this is a beautiful game, and it's set in the Amazonian jungle, and you're just building up your jungle with these cards. And it's a push your luck game where you're collecting a different set of cards. You can flip over some cards, decide if you're going to take those. If you don't, you put it face down, add a card to it, go to the next row. And like I said, you're trying to build up trees, build up animals, and
You're trying to build up your canopy.
Yes. So yeah, this is a great game.
It's a great game, but yeah, I would not want to meet some of those creatures up close and personal.
That I understand. Now, speaking of which, now I have something that can be similarly scary. Similarly is okay?
Yes.
Similar. Okay, and that is Cascadia.
What?
Yep, Cascadia.
Okay, why?
Well, because the hawk.
The hawk? You're scared of a hawk?
Yeah, I mean the hawk, and I know there's bears in this game, but the hawk can be scary.
Why?
Well, because I don't think people realize how big some of these birds are.
Well,
The red-tailed hawk can get a wingspan of 4 feet 8 inches.
Wow.
And so what made me pick this one is I had a coworker who went to visit some friends out west. I don't
Okay.
remember exactly where.
Okay.
But she told me this story when she returned. She told me the story. They were out. They don't live in the city. They live out some ways.
Okay.
And they were out, having a picnic.
Okay.
And she was in the backyard. Now, my friend is not a tall person. My
Okay.
coworker, rather.
Okay.
And so she said that this hawk came down and then just landed on the fence.
Wow.
Now, her friends who are like taller than her, they came out and they were like, we've never had that happen. And when she told me that story, I was like, that bird thought you was prey. That bird saw you out in the backyard and was like, free eats, and was coming down and got up close and realized, no. Like, I'm good. And he just landed on the fence and played it off. Like, I'm just here for the sights. So, yeah, hawks.
Okay.
Now, like I said, there are bears in here, but I'm going to reserve bears for another game.
Okay.
All right? So,
All right.
what's your next one?
All right. So my next one is Forbidden Island. So now in Forbidden Island, it's a cooperative game. You and up to 3 companions
Uh-oh.
are trying to get off the island that's sinking. So honestly, I can't think of too many scenarios that are scarier than being stranded on a sinking island.
Yeah, and the only way you can get off the island is you got to find these 4 artifacts first, and then get on the helicopter. So, but you're scared that, like I said, the island is sinking, so the helicopter pad might sink. The place where the artifacts are, they might sink. So it's a whole different ways to lose. So you're trying to get off this island.
Yes.
Now, this was one of the first games. This is like the game that I got you into the playing board game.
Yes.
And so I can see why that would be scary. For real. All right. So I said that I had another game that I reserved the bears for. And that's this little game right here. Snowfall Over Mountains.
Really?
Yeah, you haven't played this one. I
Okay.
have played this one.
Okay.
And so the whole basis of this game is you're placing tiles. You're taking a walk outside your cabin and you're placing tiles and you're seeing animal tracks. Now, one of those tracks is bear tracks. Now, if I come out aside and I see bear tracks, I'm not going to finish the game. I'm going back in the house because I don't want to see who left the tracks. I might sell the property. I'm not, I don't want to see bears. But, I mean, for real, this is a really cool, calming game, a little relaxing. Like I said, you're trying to connect those paths to score points and stuff. But, for real, if I see bear tracks, I'm out. All right?
Bear tracks in the winter, they should be hibernating.
I know that's my point. My point right there.
Yeah.
Bears are supposed to be hibernating. If he's
Yeah.
out, he's looking for food.
Yeah, I would be afraid.
That's
then,
it.
too.
I'm going back inside.
Yeah, I agree with you.
All right. What's your last one?
All right. So my last one is 21 Days. Now, in Forbidden Island, you're on a sinking island. 21 days, you don't even have an island.
You're on a raft.
You're on a raft, you and some companions, and you're trying to get rescued. For real, for real, for real. I can think of few scenarios that are scarier than that. Because you're not looking for food. You're trying not to be food.
Yes, because there's sharks. There's an octopus that decides, hey, let's have some fun with them. There's jellyfish roaming around. So, yeah, you're trying to stay on this raft. And the raft is breaking apart throughout the game.
Yeah, so.
Now, I don't think this game, as far as I can know, this game is not available anywhere. This is one of my first games that I kickstarted when I first got into the hobby. So, this is going to be a game you cannot find. I'm just going to put it out there. But, yeah, her list. She picked this game, and I agree with her. I do not want to be on a raft out in the middle of the ocean. All right. Now, my last one is Rebel Princess.
Really?
Yes, Rebel Princess.
Okay, why?
Now, Rebel Princess is a trick-taking game where you're trying to avoid taking the princesses. The prince. So let's go get that right. The princesses are trying to not get the princess. Okay. Anyway, so why I picked this game? Because the princesses have a fear of commitment, and the princes are more than likely going to have fear of rejection.
Okay.
You know.
All right.
And that could be scary.
Okay.
You know, I would be scared. Like when I first met you, when I first approached you, I would be scared to be rejected. So yeah, that's why I picked this game.
All right. Okay.
Commitment can be scary. Rejection can be scary. I definitely picked this game. This is like one of the first games I thought about.
Oh, okay.
But this is a great trick-taking game. I've had so much fun playing this, you know. And like I said, that's my last pick.
All right. So what are some games that you think are scary, sort of? Leave them in the comments below.
Yeah, and I hope you had fun watching this because it's been fun for both of us.
Yes.
So, if you like the contents of this video, feel free to hit the like button, subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
And I'm Dwayne.
I'm Alicia.
This has been Blackboard Gaming.
We will see you next time.